Oh, hey all. So you're thinking of moving to Boulder, Colorado. Well, you might want to slow down a second, as it's not all sunshine and rainbows. And yes, that was a shameless Rocky Balboa quote. But we do have over 300 days of sunshine on average and a crazy number of rainbows, like 29 a year. Wow. I mean, like full double rainbows? Yeah. Anyway, I know. Boulder, Colorado is a beautiful city with a lot to offer. All the hiking and biking trails, all the breweries, restaurants, live music, performing arts. But there's also a lot of reasons why you might not want to live here. And there are a few surprises along the way, especially the last one. So you'll want to watch to the end. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Boulder, Colorado, then go ahead and subscribe below and smash that bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Boulder, Colorado. Otherwise, you'll never know what's really happening here. And now back to our regular scheduled show. So, the first reason not to move to Boulder, Colorado, and the biggest reason is the weather. We have some, and it's likely to change throughout the day. Boulder, Colorado is really known for its unpredictable weather, which can include thunderstorms, hail, strong winds. We're talking like hurricane strength strong winds with clear blue sky. Snow, lightning, wildfires, and of course the resulting smoke. Like in the mountains, which we butt up against, you can have all four seasons in 24 hours or less. One year it was over 90 degrees with a forecast for snow the next day. And I was still surprised to wake up to 8 inches of the fluffy stuff. And while it can break 100 degrees here during the summer, it is a dry heat. Yeah, I know you've all heard that. But it means finding some shade, and it's actually really pleasant to be outside. The flip side is that dry part means you can get easily dehydrated and not even know it, as the sweat's evaporating off you and help keeping you cool. So, speaking of keeping cool, gaining altitude helps keep you cool too. When it's those weird uncommon days where it's over 100 degrees in Boulder, like 101, just 30 minutes away, up in Netherlands, it can be closer to 80 degrees. Oh my God! And that's because it's at 8,000 feet. We also get many T-storms in the afternoon, especially in the spring and summer. It does cool things down. It yields those wonderful rainbows. But this also means people will typically do their activities in the morning when it's cooler. Or if it's cooler, like in winter, people will do their activities in the afternoons because it's warmer. Go figure. So while these weather events do increase your costs for insurance, the positive side is you're more likely to get insurance money to replace the roof on your home. Also, if you don't like snow, do not come to Boulder, Colorado. We get snow. Sometimes it's a few inches, other times it's a few feet. Usually it goes away, but occasionally it'll stick around a bit longer. Just so you know, the town generally only plows the major thoroughfares. It leaves the secondary roads to melt on their own, which surprises many people when they first move to Boulder, Colorado. The plus side is that you get out and cross country or snowshoe in town when it just snows. So that leads me to the second reason why you don't want to move to Boulder, Colorado, and that's the cost of our homes. Since Boulder, Colorado has ranked in over 100 articles over the years as one of the best places to live in the US. We're talking the US News and World Report, Forbes, Money Magazine, just to name a few. It's wildly popular, and of course now wildly expensive too. Part of the charm is from all the protected open space that the city started buying in the 70s. That means the city is bound by these open spaces and can't easily grow. So like Manhattan and New York City, which is also bound, as demand increases in a fixed market, prices have only one place to go: up. So, Now we have an average home price of 1.3 million in town. And don't think that princely sum will give you a mansion. Oh no, we're talking a small 3-bedroom, 2-bath home on a tenth of an acre that may have a garage and probably needs updating. The good news is the taxes here are still reasonable on homes, much lower than California, Texas, and Florida, and many other states for that matter. But it's more than open space that drives our home prices here. We have lots of natural beauty, being in the Rockies and really close to the Continental Divide. We also have lots of job opportunities across many, many different sectors. That attracts a ton of people as well. And for the home buffs, those architect people that love looking at homes, what we have here are definitely not cookie cutter. All right, maybe there's a few cookie cutter homes here and there, but not many. I mean, from Mork and Mindy's Victorian home to Earthships of the 60s, I mean, we have everything in between. Which leads me to reason number 3, allergies. If you have allergies, do not move to Boulder, Colorado, unless your best friend is an allergist. Or like me, your allergist will become your best friend. While the area is semi-arid and dry, it is located in a high altitude area surrounded by that open space, the grasslands, wildflower-filled meadows, and national forests. That also means that the pollen count and AQI can be high for 9 or 10 months of the year. Get the idea? Tissues will become your best friend if you have allergies. Strong winds I mentioned earlier? Yeah, that doesn't help either, because that kicks up the dust and the pollen from far away, which can trigger allergies even in people who don't have allergies, especially when the ozone and particulate levels get high from all that wildfire smoke I mentioned earlier. And since we butt right up against the mountains, we're in a little valley, all that pollen and smoke get trapped here, and it takes longer than usual to blow away. Still don't believe me? Check out this green cloud of pine pollen I snapped a few years back while hiking just above town. On the flip side, I love the miles and miles of hiking and biking trails, both in town and just outside. The nature, the wildflower, the trees, yeah, it's worth it. That leads me to reason number 4, and that is this is a college town, which means the city is full of students. This can be great if you're looking for a vibrant and active community, or it can be annoying if you don't like tons of kids out partying. Just head to Boulder Creek in the summer. You'll see rafts of people tubing down the creek and hanging out on the creek bank. You know, go right through the middle of town on an inner tube. It's kind of fun. It can also be overwhelming if you're not used to living in a college town. University Hill, really good place to avoid during the beginning and end of school years with throngs of students moving in and out. There's signs posted everywhere. Don't go here unless you have to because of that. Yet on the flip side, the school has the Pearl Street Stampedes. This is the kickoff celebration for all the CU Buffs home football games. Night before each game, hundreds of Buff fans, locals, tourists, all pack Pearl Street Mall to get their hometown spirit on for a parade with the team and marching band. On the flip side, we probably also wouldn't have 47 coffee shops and over 50 secondhand and vintage stores with wares ranging from sporting goods to Halloween costumes and everything in between, especially if we weren't a college town. Number 5, bugs. Another reason to avoid Boulder, Colorado are the bugs. The city is home to a variety of the little buggers. Did I really just say that? Yes. Okay. You know, like the harmless but annoying miller moths that swarm in the springtime, and the Japanese beetles in summer that can decimate your garden, which are annoying but otherwise harmless. On the minus side, we do have the pine beetle and the emerald ash borer. Yeah, can't speak anymore. Which will kill those trees if left untreated. Yet on the plus side, we do not have termites, so your home is safe. All right, that leads me to item number 6. super athletes. Boulder, Colorado is home to a large number of world-class athletes. This includes runners, cyclists, climbers, and skiers. You know, that might sound like a good thing, but this also means the competition is fierce if you must be the absolute best and fittest in town. Just so you know, there are over 70 past and present Olympians and professional athletes that call Boulder home. Yet if you're into sports, it can help up your game even further once you've acclimated to the altitude. And while most of Boulder is over a mile high, we're talking 5,400 feet if you must know, many athletes go even higher to escape the summer heat and train at a breathtaking, literally, 9,000 to 11,000 feet or higher. Besides, what do you expect when you can walk from your home past the climbing store to grab some gear on your way to multiple rock climbing routes? There's a ridiculous number of fly fishing, bike shops, ski shops in town. Just so you know, the nearest lift-served slope is only a half hour away, or you can take a bus ride for $2.50. So it's pretty easy to get some turns in before or after work or school. You ready for number 7? I don't think you are. You are? Okay. Reason number 7 not to move to Boulder, Colorado. This place is for the dogs. We are an extremely dog-friendly city here. There are dog parks, trails everywhere. People are generally friendly towards dogs too. However, if you don't like dogs, you definitely want to avoid Boulder. You definitely don't want to come here. You're likely to see a poopy bag or 5 on the trail, waiting for its owners to come back and deposit them into the bins back at the trailhead. Ew. Anyway, the flip side of this is Boulder, Colorado can also have one or more, I can't even speak, I just lost my train of thought. Let's try this again. On the flip side, Boulder, Colorado also has some of the more relaxed leash laws. Yet, your pup really does need to pass the test to be under voice control to be able to be off lead. And yes, the rangers will check. Believe me, I know. So you're still likely to see a pup in Home Depot or curled up under a chair off the mall, or like this one here, enjoying the impromptu jazz concert off Pearl Street. So bring your pup or adopt one when you move to Boulder, Colorado. Lastly, number 8. We have friendly, smart, granola, crunchy people. Friendly, smart, crunchy granola people? Sounds like an 80s pop song, doesn't it? The 90s? Yeah, I think so. No? Well, besides being pet friendly, Boulder is known for its friendly people. The people here are always willing to help out. They're always looking for ways to give back to the community. How can this be a downside, you're asking? Well, the city is so friendly that it attracts a lot of homeless people. Yet, this is part of the liberal, accepting, outdoorsy vibe that attracts so many people to Boulder, Colorado. And surprise, Boulder is also home to lots of really smart people too. We have tons of startups and tech companies, and that leads us to have some of the highest number of patents per person in the US. So you're more likely to talk about tech with your neighbor in the bar than politics. Just so you know, I am a recovering engineer with over 35 patents, and yes, I do that all the time. So there you have it. Those are just 8 reasons why you shouldn't move to Boulder, Colorado. Of course, there's some great reasons and great things about living in Boulder, Colorado. But if you're considering a move, I just want to make sure you're aware of the downsides as well. And yes, we get calls, texts, emails from people every day, just like you, looking to make their move to Boulder, Colorado. And we love it! Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom call. We're happy to help make that transition smooth to Boulder, Colorado. And if this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Boulder, Colorado, then go ahead, and subscribe below and smash that bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Boulder, Colorado. Otherwise, you'll never know what's really happening here. Thanks for watching.